The price of Bitcoin is $30,656. Overnight, it actually had a bounce to the upside. If we look at Bitcoin here on the 15-minute chart, we can see that overnight the price bounced to $31,000. Now, right now, we've got a Bitcoin CME gap open at $31,200. That gap has not closed yet. However, the question is it going to close tonight? Is Bitcoin's price going to pump back up to the highs that we saw the other day, up at $31,200 to close that CME gap, starting the week in a very, very bullish fashion? Well, today I'm going to discuss that. And yesterday night's video, if you've not seen it for some reason, it performed particularly well. I don't know why, but if you wouldn't mind, let's try and get one like on this video. That'd be amazing. And then maybe try for one comment as well. God, won't want to push the boat out too much. Now, in terms of what we're expecting for Bitcoin's price today, what is it looking like? Well, Bitcoin, it looks pretty decent as it sits right now. Bitcoin being $30,660. My current only open long position of $32,000 profit from the level of $25,000. It's a pretty decent profit overall, but I don't really intend on closing this trade. For me, I'm looking at leaving this trade as a bit more of a legacy trade in the hope that we break this level of resistance here. Like if we start closing at candles above $31,000 on Monday, this thing's going to absolutely skyrocket next week, and we go up to maybe $37,000. Now, the reason for that being, if we take a really long-term view on the price of Bitcoin, looking at the daily chart right now to assess how this is playing out, well, we can see this cup and handle formation that we were forming previously. Cup, handle, and then we broke to the upside of the handle. That's exactly what you'd expect to see. So it's nice to see some technical analysis working in terms of chart formations. Now, at the same time, we've got a very key level of resistance that we're currently trading on, where this line on the screen is here. That's where Bitcoin's price currently is, where the green line is. And it just needs to trade above that green line, we're basically where we are right now. That key level of resistance is set somewhere around $31,500. If we break above that $31,500 level, that means that we open back up these previous levels of resistance that you can see here, which are up at nearly $37,000. And that's why I say, honestly, next week could be a big one. If we draw that level on the chart right here and assess how high in terms of a percentage gain it would be for Bitcoin if it was to break up from where its price is currently, you're talking about a 21% price break to the upside in the span of just a few days. Now, that is pretty significant for Bitcoin. But of course, as I pointed out in yesterday's video, my play right now is on the value of Ethereum versus Bitcoin. That is currently forming an inverse head and shoulders here on the one-day chart. But if we to zoom in and look at how it's been performing so far today, you can see after last night's video, it bounced back to the upside. And I think that this is going to start turning around. I actually think that Bitcoin is probably going to come up, close that CME gap come Monday morning at the level here of $31,200. And when it closes that gap at $31,200, I kind of expect that we'll keep just stagnating here, probably for most of the week, just some consolidation in this range. And if we start getting consolidation in that range, that's when you're going to see the price of Ethereum starting to rocket to the upside. Ethereum's price has been just dragged down heavily recently by the market. Currently, $1,918 is the price of Ethereum. I actually do have an Ethereum long position open right now. But if we're looking at the price of Ethereum, all it needs to do is break above this key resistance level here. Once we break above that key resistance level and close a 1 hour candle above that level, that opens up the level here of $2,120. That would be a pretty significant price increase, but Ethereum can do that without Bitcoin even moving in price, and that's why I'm quite optimistic about the market right now. Another reason to be optimistic about the market right now would be that Brazil's central bank has added crypto exchange Mercado Bitcoin to its CBDC pilot. Why is this particularly interesting? Well, if you've got cryptocurrency exchanges acting as the banks in the ecosystem of central bank issued digital currencies, then that means that all of that institutional wealth can now have access to Bitcoin. If you understand the size of an economy, that is huge. It's massive. It doesn't bear comprehending how big Bitcoin would become if you could buy Bitcoin with CBDCs. Why would you be storing your money in a bank at that point? Everyone would start storing their money in Bitcoin, and then they would withdraw money to CBDC when they want to spend it. There's no point holding money in a CBDC, because at the same time, that CBDC is inflationary, and it likely doesn't have a capped supply. So if something doesn't have a capped supply, why would you hold a lot of wealth in it? Same like US dollars. There is no cap on the amount of US dollars that can go into circulation. Why would you hold all of your wealth in something that has no cap? It doesn't make any sense. That's why people buy houses. They buy assets. Cars don't have a cap. Cars lose value. Houses technically don't have a cap either, but at the same time, the housing market is pretty steady and always grows because land always gets more expensive because there are always more people, and people there's more people growing at a faster rate than there are houses. So that's why the housing market is constantly getting more and more expensive. Either way, Bitcoin dominance right now, 51%. I just think this looks fairly well spiked up and peaked for now. I don't really expect to see it continuing to knock lumps out of everything, especially not Ethereum. I am favoring definitely the Ethereum market right now over the Bitcoin market, and that is also reflecting pretty well into the altcoin portfolio challenge. Now, let me give you an update on how XTP is going right now. It is going absolutely amazingly, and this charge has only just started. Now trading at 25 Satoshis per coin, having traded last week at only around 11, 12 Satoshis per coin, is starting that rally to the upside. It's already 2x from the bottom. But if you want, I just want to put it into perspective again, how low the price of XTP is. It's only just starting its first rallies to the upside. And if we look at it on the daily chart right now, that's how high we were in January. This is January through to June. This is June just starting and ending. And now over the past, but this is the past week in June. But since then, I just think that this has only just started, because why would anybody be selling at these levels? A lot of people are priced in around here because they spent a lot of time around here. So the likelihood of significant selling pressure at a loss at this stage doesn't make any sense, because if you bought here, you're not going to be selling here. That doesn't make any sense. You're going to wait till the price goes above your order, and you're going to be buying down here in order to bring down your average entry price. I just think that XTP is the one right now, because again, putting it into perspective, if we look at this on the daily chart and zoom out to all time, this is the all-time peak at 2,800 Satoshis or 3,200 Satoshis. Currently trading at 25. Like, it's around 1,000 times smaller than where its peak was. So it's just insane. All right, is that 100 times or 1,000? It's a lot smaller. The point is, it's a lot smaller, and it can get back up to those levels. If you look at the actual resistance in the charts right now, resistance is so minimal. It would only take right now only 9 Bitcoins of volume to take the price back up to 40. Currently trading at 25, with 13 Bitcoins worth of volume generated in the past 24 hours on just this one exchange, worth $419,000. It's looking good, is this. Volume has been picking up. You can see that on the charts, like every daily volume candle is rising. Even on a weekend, still very good volume. And that's what you want to be seeing. Interest is high right now in XTP. And there's some good stuff going to be happening very soon. Again, like app updates, all that kind of thing. What is XTP, by the way? Well, you'll find a link for it in today's video description. It's called Tap Global. It's an app. It's a cryptocurrency exchange. But at the same time, it's got a debit card that you can use. You can spend your cryptocurrency in the shops. Now, how does it sit within my altcoin portfolio challenge right now? Well, that's currently worth $45,700. XTP is the best performing coin in there, with an $8,100 profit so far. Currently worth $15,300 within the portfolio, making up around 33% of the overall portfolio. Daffy is again performing pretty well, up at 1.2. Again, yielding only a $795 profit, but I do know for a fact big things are coming for Daffy, like really big things. I expect a lot more people to start talking about it pretty soon. I expect kind of the XTP effect to take effect on Daffy. So that's pretty exciting what's happening there. And Multiverse X for some reason just shooting back to the upside. It's erasing all of its losses that we had on it earlier. And it looks to be performing pretty well. Maybe something's going on right now with Multiverse X. Either way, I think the play is on altcoins and on Ethereum right now. I would be shocked if the play wasn't on altcoins and on Ethereum right now. Bitcoin has done a lot of running over this past week. It'll probably stagnate between $30,500 and $31,500. I expect at least Monday and Tuesday, and then maybe later this week it breaks upwards or downwards. But either way, the play is on altcoins, the play is on Ethereum. Dominance, I think, is going to take a hit over the next few days, and for that reason, that's what I'm doing right now. If you did enjoy today's video, let's try and get one like. Somebody like it, please. And leave a comment down below to what you're doing. What altcoins are you buying? Are you buying XTP? Are you bullish on XTP? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you all very much for watching today's video. Hope you did enjoy it. Check out another one of my videos. There are many of them to watch. And have a fantastic day. If you want to learn how to trade, click on the BYBIT trading tutorial on the screen right now. And if you already know how to trade and you want to check out BYBIT, you can get up to $30,000 for free for using the link in today's video description. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.